Hello there, YouTube. I'm going to do this strange thing where I actually make a video when I haven't done it in a very long time. And I do apologize for that. I don't like to say I'm sorry for having a life, but in general, there are 74 subscribers on this channel, which is not a lot, I know. But at the end of the day, you are 74 individuals, and I do feel like sometimes I let you down by not making content. Today, I'm sitting in my classroom and I was looking through my old content and I decided to privatize all of it with one video. And there's a reason. The main reason is that I am not happy with the content that I created. Not at all. I'm not happy with the content that I used to create. I'm still a YouTuber, but I am on a different channel and the content is completely different, so I'm not going to plug that here. One thing I have been thinking about though, and also I'm not going to edit this, this is unscripted and I'm not going to spend a lot of time editing it, it's just an explanation, that's all this video is. One thing I have been thinking about doing potentially, though I will leave it up to you guys, because there's a good chance that you've clicked on this video and you've forgotten exactly who I am, and that is completely fair. At the end of the day, I'm just a man, and it's been over a year since I uploaded anything. It's been almost 2 years, I think, actually. But I will give you this choice if you want to comment below. I may occasionally, and I mean occasionally, no schedule at all, because I'm very busy with actual work teaching in my classroom. If you ever questioned that I am a teacher, by the way, I am sitting in my classroom right now. This is where I teach, for now, in a fantastic school called English in a city called Klin, Russia. I also teach privately in Moscow. If you do happen to be in one of those regions, then by all means, I'm happy to teach you in person. But I'm not going to do any more lesson content on YouTube. I'm getting completely off the point, I'm sorry. So, if you are interested in seeing content on this channel, then I may actually occasionally upload something to do with learning in general, teaching in general, but I'm not going to be uploading any more lessons. It's just too much work. I don't have time for it, especially in the content, especially in the way that I used to make the videos, and especially now because the only way I would do it would be as a standard teacher. And I'm not a standard teacher, I'm a crazy teacher. But the only way I would actually make a video is as a standard teacher, and there's lots of content like that on YouTube already. There's lots of good content like that on YouTube already as well, and you can find other good teachers. I'm actually quite happy just teaching people face-to-face on Skype, and that's what I do, and that's fine. But even though it's been 2 years, I did decide that it was worth it just to very quickly say that no more content is coming, unless you want something specific for learning in general, teaching in general, like the top 10 video that I left on the channel. I don't like that video. I don't like that video at all, considering the way that I make content now. I don't usually even show my face in content now. This is a first for a long time, but it felt like it needed to be done. And one thing I will say just at the end of this video, just in case I don't make any more content or nobody else wants to see content, which is completely fair, I would understand completely. I just want to say that I have these classroom rules, and I hope that actually it will help you to maybe think about questioning things when you're in a classroom. Because these are honestly the classroom rules that I have on my wall in the classroom. They sit over there. And I'll just show them for a minute. So, very important when you are in a class of English is to speak, or in German, or Spanish, Japanese, whatever. Speak very, very loudly in the language that you are supposed to speak in. Please don't speak in your own native language. Speak very loudly in the language that you are speaking, your target language. Speak as loud as you possibly can. In fact, if you can disturb the rest of the school when you're doing this, that's great, in my opinion. If someone actually comes in and complains, this lesson is too loud, that's fantastic. We are doing well in class. Trust yourself. Very, very important. No matter what you're learning, no matter what you're studying, if you're still in school, if you're an adult who is taking extra courses in whatever, whether it be language, anything, trust yourself. Believe that you can do it. It's such a cliche these days, but it's really quite important just to remind yourself of that every now and then, that it is worth trusting yourself, that you can do it because everybody can do it. Talent, it's a debate whether it's a thing or not, but it can certainly help, but I think talent mostly comes down to self-confidence and perseverance, which means to continue going. So if you have these two things, you can succeed. Explain things in English or your target language if you are doing another course to the people around you. If you understand something, explain it to the people in the class, but make sure you use your target language, because you get practice that way. You also help the class, and you give the teacher a bit of a break. We like to just sit there sipping coffee every now and then, you know? And nothing you say is stupid. Now, that's a very dangerous statement in today's media, especially, because some things that people say are questionable. But nothing you say is stupid. You just need to define what you say and make it clear why you're saying what you're saying. And if you have researched whatever it is that you want to say, then make sure that it is researched thoroughly and that you can actually point towards sources that you can use. But nothing you say is stupid, and the same is for the people around you. If someone is talking, listen to them. If you don't agree, then disagree, but disagree fairly. And don't play mobile phone games. It's one of the worst things that students can do. But especially for teachers, this one. If you are somebody who's afraid of mobile phones in the classroom, then you're doing something wrong. At the end of the day, it's pretty difficult to get kids or teenagers off their phone 100% of the time. So if you have a class that just refuses to stop using their phone, use it in the classroom. Make use of it somehow. I personally like to sometimes use applications where they can check language. I like to get them to take pictures of things on the board. Anything that they want to do, just as long as they're playing with their phone and it keeps them a little bit happy. You know, we don't need to have them as the complete and utter enemy in a classroom. This goes for any teacher, but I say this for myself because other teachers may not like being questioned. You're in the wrong job if you don't like being questioned, but some teachers maybe don't. I'm a man. My name is Aaron, obviously. I'm a man. I'm not always right. In fact, I'm often not right. It's just the way it is. Questioning me is both acceptable and encouraged. That's what you do in class. You ask questions. If you don't understand or if you don't think something is right, ask your teacher to clarify it. If you still don't think it's right, explain why. Maybe you can get a pretty good discussion out of it, but don't disrupt the class. If you're obviously pushing down something and they've pretty clearly explained it, then try and let it go. You can always, if you're absolutely sure that your teacher has given you the wrong rule, for example, then when you go home, go onto Google or whatever platform you use, find examples of why you are right, bring them to the next lesson, and you can discuss it properly. But don't disrupt the lesson just by saying, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Doesn't really help. But questioning, not a problem. And the golden rule, treat others as you wish to be treated. That's the only content I'm going to give in this particular video, lesson, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to disappear again from the internet for now. I do occasionally check this channel, but it's no longer my main channel. But I will come back and check this over the next couple of weeks and see what comments come back. If you want to see more content like the top 10 video, but maybe a little bit more mature than it used to be, then let me know and I'll put some things together. I have been working for a long time on My Students Are Awesome video, which is 2 years in the making, and I'm probably never going to finish it, but if you do want to see it, then let me know and I'll make more content. That's all for this one. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all potentially soon, potentially never. Take care either way, and bye bye for now.